I beg your pardon. I've jumped the gun. Eoghan, forgive me, Eoghan Corry. America has opened to travellers once more, but new rules will come into effect for Irish jet setters from next month. And Eoghan Corry, editor of Air and Travel magazine, is with us now with the details. My apologies about that slight glitch on my part alone there, Eoghan. Good morning to you. Tell us what is being brought about by way of people being able to now travel to America.
Good morning, Ciara. I can assure you I'm not a tradesperson, and sadly I still have my cappeen ready for Halloween. You've just disappointed me terribly. No, what has happened yesterday is we got clarification from the Biden administration as to what is happening on November the 8th. Listeners will be aware that America is opening to international travel again after an 18-month period, or virtually an 18-month period. It is much as expected that you will have to be double vaccinated, full course of vaccination, plus a cooling period at the end of that. And you need to verify that with the airline. It will probably be an American locator form. Listeners will know about locator forms because European countries require them. But they are asking the airlines to gather the details, such as phone numbers, email addresses, all of that for passengers, and only double vaccinated need apply. But there is a little surprise in that they are allowing children up to the age of 18, or teenagers up to the age of 18. 6 and 12 were normally would be required for countries like Canada, who would be very close in policy terms to America. So under the age of 18, you don't need to be double vaccinated, but you will still need a PCR test. Everybody going in will need to be double vaccinated, and they'll need a PCR test 72 hours before they travel. Pretty similar to the case with Canada, but unlike the European Union.
Kids if they haven't been vaccinated, provided they have a negative PCR. Do we need a negative PCR as well if we're travelling under our vaccine certs?
Absolutely, okay. And that's normal outside European Union.
That we use here, because we don't use the same ones here necessarily as they use in the States. So if we have Janssen here or AstraZeneca, they're happy to accept them?
Very, very important, Ciara. Yes. AstraZeneca was the big one in question, and as listeners will know, 16% of us are vaccinated with AstraZeneca, not recognised by the American CDC, but the first confirmation that they're recognising it came yesterday. Right. Some of the others not, but they don't really affect Irish people. Sputnik, which would be a big deal in Hungary and Turkey, and Latin America, but AstraZeneca is in, and that's a big relief because, as I say, 1 in 6 Irish people.
Before I let you go, any value then for people who might be considering a trip to the States? Is it going to be very expensive air travel? We're hearing the prices are rocketing.
Prices are climbing as people getting interested, but there are sale fares will be put in to start the new routes. The way it has worked, Ciara, is that we're down to the core routes of our childhood: Chicago, Boston, New York from Aer Lingus, and they have a lot of other routes, so Los Angeles, Minneapolis, all of those, that they have dates to restart. So I would expect sale fares to get the newer routes in, but in the meantime there's going to be a lot of people going in the few routes that there are. Supply and demand, prices will come down. They'll be a little bit high at first.
Look, thank you very much for speaking
Always
to
a
us
pleasure,
this morning,
Ciara. Thank you.